Welcome to another edition of Main Event Wrestling. I am, as always, your host, Mr. Main Event Wrestling. Sorry for being up so late this week, but there's a lot to get to that's gone down since I was up last week. And let's start with Sunday, Summerslam. Really good show. I went 5-3 in my prediction, so not great. But let's start where the show began, and that was Dolph Ziggler and The Miz for the Intercontinental title. I'm glad I got this one wrong. I was hoping I'd get this one wrong, and I did, obviously. Dolph Ziggler comes out victorious, beats Miz with the zigzag. And I'm really happy because I'd rather see Ziggler with the title over Miz by a lot, because even though I like The Miz, I like the new gimmick, I'm a huge fan of Dolph Ziggler, and I think he's exactly the kind of guy to make the Intercontinental title what it was before, which is the wrestler's title. And then we had one that I got wrong again, which is Paige beating AJ. I was not seeing this coming. They made Paige's reign kind of short, which is kind of confusing. I don't know why. I guess to further the feud, they had Paige win, so maybe AJ can win it back. But I don't know. I like both of them. Not really upset with that one. Now to one where I don't like the outcome. Rusev beat Swagger. And instead of making it a regular flag match where you go up, climb, get the flag to win, it was a regular match, but the loser had their flag fly and their national anthem play. So if I would have known that, I would have picked Rusev, because I would know they wouldn't have Rusev get pinned or submitted. But I just didn't like that. I thought it should have been a regular flag match and gone to Swagger. But who knows what's going on there. Then first one I got right, Seth Rollins beat Dean Ambrose in a very good lumberjack match. They made this one really creative. They fought all the way into the crowd. Ambrose was fighting with the lumberjacks. And then Kane costs Ambrose the match when it looks like he has it won. And that feud looks like it's moving forward pretty well. And then Bray Wyatt beats Chris Jericho in another really good match. Wyatt performed well. Jericho, as usual, performs well. I'm a huge Jericho fan. Always have been. But Bray Wyatt really stepped it up in this match with the psychology, with the storytelling, with just being crisp with his moves. And he got the win with Sister Abigail. And then Stephanie McMahon beat Brie Bella, and I called it. Nikki Bella turned heel. And then Roman Reigns beat Randy Orton in a good match. Not great. I think that one could have been better, but it wasn't, like some people say, the most disappointing match of the night. I'd go that one, Rusev Swagger. But Roman Reigns got the win. There were some boos for Reigns, which that's kind of concerning. And then we move on to the main event, which I'm surprised Raw went on Monday, because Sunday WWE televised a real-life fucking murder. Brock Lesnar decimated John Cena. Just absolutely picked him apart for almost 20 minutes. He just beat him within an inch of his life and won the title. And Cena haters, didn't I tell you this? Didn't a lot of people tell you this? Didn't anyone with a brain tell you this? He was going to lose at SummerSlam. You didn't have to deal with him as champion for long. You didn't need to go and say you weren't going to watch again, and they're shoving him down our throats again, and blah, blah, blah. I can't be happy with anything. And then, oh, look, it happened. They're not fucking happy with it. I do not understand. Why? Why do you find things to complain about? Oh, they made the match shitty. It wasn't a 5-star quality match. Not every match is going to be a 5-star quality match. And not every match that's not a 5-star quality match is bad. This was a really good match. I was thoroughly entertained by it. but apparently it's not good enough for you because you're the ultimate judge and jury on wrestling. Goddamn smarks. Huh. That moves us on to Raw. And Raw was a decent show. Nothing too bad about it. Brie Bella and Stephanie opened the show, going back and forth, or Brie Bella and or Stephanie and Nikki, excuse me. And then Brie comes out, he's like, why'd you do that, blah, blah, blah. And then Nikki slaps Brie, and then they go about that. And then I think Miz got a rematch, which he won, but Ziggler got counted out. They did a really funny segment where Rollins was getting interviewed, and then Ambrose comes and pours the bucket of ice water, which is for a great cause. Anyone out there who's seen those, it's for ALS. I think they've gotten over 5 times the amount of money they did all of last year since this year, in just the 8 months so far this year. But they kind of spoofed that, and it was funny, and then they brawled, and that set up a match where the fans got to choose between the same fucking match 3 times. It was either no holds barred, no disqualification, falls count anywhere. Can someone please explain to me, other than falls count anywhere, which is where you could pin them anywhere, but the other 2 had to be in the ring, what the fucking difference is in those? I don't know. Someone explain it to me, someone who knows maybe a bit more about the intricacies of rules. Alright, and then Lesnar and Heyman come out, and they get awarded the new belt, which is pretty much the old WWE Championship, but with the new logo, because they debuted the new logo tonight, and he's not carrying around 2 belts, which I like. I didn't like the whole thing of carrying around 2 belts. And then Heyman cuts a really good promo on Cena, putting it over that Brock Lesnar just decimated him and had no issue with it, because he had no issue with it. Cena got in like 3 moves of offense. And then that moves to the main event, which they gave to Rollins and Ambrose, and fans voted a falls count anywhere. Really good match. I thought it was better than their Summerslam match, and they just fought everywhere, just beating the hell out of each other. And it ended with Kane interfering again, and Kane puts Ambrose's head on cinder blocks, and then Rollins stomps it. So I think WWE should be under investigation, because they just aired 2 murders 2 nights in a row. I'm pretty sure you're going to see Vince McMahon go to prison this time, because I don't think you're allowed to script murders. By God. Like, I get that suspend disbelief and everything, but if you stomp someone's head and it goes through bricks, they're fucking dead. But that was I believe, to write him off so he could go film some movie. But Ambrose is going to come back and want to absolutely kill Seth Rollins. And that's where I think they're going to end up locking themselves inside Hell in a Cell in October. Well, that's it for SummerSlam and Raw. One last interesting note. On Main Event tonight, I wasn't watching, but I read that Triple H came out and announced that at Night of Champions it will be a rematch for the title with John Cena and Brock Lesnar, which I don't get why, because I get it, contractual obligation for a rematch. Why the hell would Cena want a rematch when he just got destroyed at SummerSlam? It wasn't even close. But storylines are storylines, and we'll see where this one goes. We'll see how the match goes. And until next week, I will see you all later. Have a good one. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, comment with questions. I'll put questions on my Facebook, just anything to give me more to talk about. give me more subjects so more people will hear, so more people hear something they like. I'll broaden my subscriber and give me any advice on how to get more listeners. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyone out there who's got a good subscriber rate, good listener rate, I would like some advice, please. All right, until next time, have a good one, everybody.